or so. We have a 5 minute, not 5 minute, we have a 5 mile run today. I'm a little sore. It's our Monday long day. And it's day 619 of my fitness journey. So we'll see how things track. Always fun to see who pops in and what big brain ideas we have for the day. But I'm a little sore. Things are a little crunchy. Stomach doesn't feel perfectly well. So we're gonna see how things kind of venture out. And we're starting a new fitness block. So we normally do our long runs on Monday. So today we'll do 5, next week 6, next week 7, next week 8. And that'll be a block. And then we'll repeat the loop. And then Wednesdays we do our recovery runs, which is like maybe 2 to 3 miles. And then Friday we do our interval training called fartleks, which suck. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we lift. So should be a good week. Hoping for a strong start. And as far as long distance goes, 5 miles isn't too crazy. I run about a 12-minute mile, so we should come in at right around an hour of hanging out. I'm excited. Tired. Life's been a journey for sure. But I'm hopeful things are going to pan out well. Get some really interesting conversations coming up this week. Interesting podcasts. So it should be fun. I'm going to click a magic button because I forgot to set up the chat. But you'll get all kinds of breathing and bird noises. Everything you're looking for, right? It's too bouncy. Here, I'll give you a nice first-person view of the trail. Maybe not. That's as far as it'll turn. Never mind, come back to me. It is a little bit chillier than I'd prefer. Hopefully things will warm up. By far the left knee is the most crunchy today. So I'm trying to focus on a good core contraction. Nice forward lean. Get my legs under me a little bit. Land with good form. Breathe, of course. Gotta think about where I want to take the conversation today. What was my latest Sunday Sips newsletter? It's in the middle of writing it. It's called Pride. We can talk about that. I think the hook of that one is just like, why did pride become such a dirty word? Like, I think we mix it with being arrogant because they're cousins. But I also think when it comes to having a sense of confidence and intrinsic value, like a sense of value, having pride is really important. Pride in your work. Like if you think about somebody crossing the finish line of a half marathon or marathon with their arms together, it's like a really deep human feeling of accomplishment. So for me, I think there's a way to leverage pride in partnership with humility, because they're not mutually exclusive, in order to bring folks into your story. into your vision, into partnership with what you're building towards, which is really, really cool. Because humility, if you think about this, is like a vector. Vector has an origin, a dot, and then an arrow. It's got a direction and magnitude, if you remember vector, Despicable Me. And your origin story is a really beautiful opportunity to be humble and authentic about the pain, the challenges, the struggles you've navigated in your journey. Sharing that origin story authentically, it just brings people into proximity with the essence of who you are, where you've been, and they genuinely want to root for where you're going next. So when you have a really well thought out, well communicated origin story, it immediately dispels any judgments or perceptions of arrogance. Because from there, you can then lay out this bold, crazy vision. You can have this sense of pride in the choices you've made, the challenges you've overcome, areas where you've won, areas where you lost, but you tried, and this future dream you're building towards. You know, for us and our community, like a dream where people can build the life they desire, living where they want, loving what they do, being paid well for it. That's a very audacious dream because a lot of people don't live where they want. A lot of people don't love what they do. And a lot of people don't get paid well for the work of their hands. That's the world we live in. So to desire something contrary to that takes a sense of confidence, a sense of pride, in some sense that you're worth it and that you can accomplish it. But if you lead with that, as opposed to really captivating origin story, then folks might be repelled because that vision's too big. There's a deer. Morning, deer. So, if you want to build an uncommon life, it's going to look different than other folks. And to those who haven't achieved it or built it, then they could perceive that as prideful in a negative sense. But when they know where you came from, where this whole dream started, and what you were able to navigate and progress and build towards, then they're genuinely gonna root for you. They're gonna be in your camp. And I think learning how to tell that story, how to handle that tension, is something you have to get better and better at. Because the origin, that humble beginning, it frames perceptions. And that's super important. Well, it's super important if you care about reputation management and influence and charismatic storytelling. If you don't care about that, then I guess just be prideful. Oh man, we're dying. I think we have a pretty good pace. Again, the left knee, still troublesome. Still a little bit of a bother today. Yeah, I'm laying around with some different concepts today in my head. You know, it's interesting when you make a community, like I've been building a community called the Big Brain Club on Skool, where I help folks again build that life they desire, living where they want, loving what they do, being paid well for it. If we look at, that's the vector, that's the tip, the magnitude and direction. The deeper your humble origin, the farther you can reach with that vector without repelling people, but rather getting them convicted, compelled to partner with you versus repelled to move away from you. Like in the past months, we've built this crazy community, up to 150 plus people. 6 of them have moved up to my paid offer, which is so cool. And I'm like really hands-on, helping them win, providing value. It's wild. You know, and I'm imagining crazy future states where I can scale things up to like 100 paying members. I'm like, it's the internet. The technology's there. Delivery's a little bit more challenging. So we'll see how things progress little by little. Oh man.
Total distance 1 mile.
Hey.
Total time 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Split pace 12 minutes 29 seconds per mile.
That's 12:29 because I had to get the live off the ground. This next one should come in around 12 minutes or slightly under. Oh man. You know, it's hard. Every run is different. It's challenging. I don't like it. I will say today, it's particularly aesthetic out here. We woke up a bit earlier because we went to bed a bit earlier, and it's quiet in all the right ways. Some beautiful fog over this river, which is kind of fun. Just a good start to the day. I had a lot going on today, a lot of different appointments, getting things set up, so curious where my efforts will land. This Monday feels a little bit disjointed for sure. I'm trying to figure out what's a priority. What do I progress? And then what do I leave alone? What's on backlog? In my head, I'm like, if I could only do one thing, what would I do this week? Which is super hard as an entrepreneur and a father, like figuring out where to build the business. What could take me the farthest this week, you know? Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Let's see. This is me thinking. I'm thinking and slowing through. I was like, what's the next thing I gotta put in order in my head today? I do have a pretty killer podcast scheduled on Wednesday that I'm incredibly excited about. It's super secret. I still can't really believe, honestly, that it's happening, but I'm outlandishly hopeful about it. Yeah, I hope I can put in the work. So we'll see. Oh, man. You're tired, man. Keep pushing. Keep making my body do. Like there's a half marathon coming up. I don't have anything scheduled. I haven't committed to anything. But I have to start the commitment right now in my head of like I still do this. I'm always getting better. Always getting stronger. Always learning. Growing. Trying. That's one of the tricky things. It's like when you don't have a true target, a race to run to, how do you just stay disciplined and keep showing up? It's so easy to throttle down and choose ease. For some reason, breathing and running, ease is really hard to say. I have no idea why. Okay, we got a hill up here. I'm not very excited about. This one always gets me. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough. So at the top of it, we're gonna do some Wim breathing to kind of get things re-equalized. Oh, that's beautiful. Bye, birds. All right. Oh, here we go. So we're gonna do 10 of those. So it'll be a double forceful inhale. We'll hold it. That's through the nose. And then a forceful exhale through the mouth. We'll hold it. And we'll repeat. In each breath, we'll try to space out a little bit. We'll see. So here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a really beautiful sunrise coming up. Like a big red ball. One of those fake pink orange kind of looks. Like a cartoon. Here comes the sun. Do. But hey friends, if you're hanging out, 2 things. First of all, if you've been saying stuff in chat, that's awesome. Thank you. It keeps me distracted. And second, if you want to hang out beyond YouTube, I have a free community where I help folks build the life they desire, living what they want, living what they do, and being paid well for it. There's details in the description. It's pretty easy to get to, and it allows me to stay connected beyond these lives, which is awesome. Yo, Björn, hello again. How's neurology going, my friend? Anything new in your world? Today I've been rambling about pride and whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. There's a lot of people tend to link pride with arrogance and hubris and these traits that make people feel gross and icky, self-absorbed. Whereas for me, I look at pride as like an incredibly important unlock for folks to have a deep sense of pride in the works of their hands, to take pride in their work, It is driven by an internal intrinsic value, like, and what is it? A sense of intrinsic value in self. There you go. I think a lot of confidence comes from pride, which is important. And because a lot of folks are nervous about seeming arrogant, they never learn how to tell a story that they're proud of. And pride also allows us to speak a bigger vision of where we're building towards next and to captivate people towards that. We care about the problem. We care about the solutions we're advancing. So there's a power and an energy that comes from it. But I think it's important for that power and that energy to be rooted in humility, because pride and humility are not mutually exclusive. So being able to tell someone your humble origin story builds trust, and that individual is going to want to see you win. They're going to want to know, what are you building towards? Where are you going? And who are you taking with you? And how can they be a part of that? And then you cast the big grand vision. So that's something I've been playing around with a little bit in my head. And beyond, I'm happy to hear your thoughts or thoughts from anybody else. I think there's a lot of folks that are worried that pride is like bragging. And if done the right way, it's definitely not. If done the wrong way, then yes, that's how it can feel. Oh man, I'm like almost at 2 miles. I'm supposed to do 5 today. 5 miles, which would put us at around, do the math, about 8 kilometers. And right now I'm like having all the doubts of like, oh, let's just turn around at mile 2. Let's just walk at mile 2. Like all the compromises. I was like, how about we breathe? How about we stick with it? How about we show up for ourselves today? Find the edge of our capabilities and get better. How about we take pride in this workout, even if we hate it? How about we remind ourselves of all the other times?
Total distance 2 miles.
Nice.
Total time 24 minutes and 15 seconds. Split pace 11 minutes 45 seconds per mile.
Whew. That's a little quick but good. Yeah, how about we remind ourselves of all the times we wanted to stop and we kept going. You know, that when we ran our first half marathon, it wasn't our last. Like, this is just a deep part of identity. This is just something we demonstrated to ourselves that we're going to keep doing because it's important. And then shut up and do it. That's the conversation I'm having in my head right now. Where I'm like, but it'd be much, bad English here, it'd be much more better if we slowed down, if we stopped, if we recovered. It's like, no. Monday's a hard day. We do the hardest thing right in the morning, right in the AM on Monday. We're rested, we're recovered. So let's get it done. Let's keep moving forward. And then from here, you know, we'll be better off. But if we just stop, like, why? All we gain is momentary comfort, momentary ease, rob future progress. And we know we're capable of this. So it's all a choice. It's totally a choice. I'm going quiet. It's hard. I'm like, I know I'm not at 2.5 yet. Painfully close to the turnaround point. But I don't want it. I don't want it. Look out, friends. There's trail work ahead. Proceed with caution. Oh no, not the trail work. Oh. Kick behind me. The left knee's holding up. It's the mindset at this point. It would be infinitely more comfortable not to do what I'm doing. I'm gonna scroll up really quick just to check my distance, which is a trap because I know I'm not there, but I want to know. 2.4. All right. It's closer than it could be. So we got to tack on 0.1 miles, and we'll turn it around. 0.1 miles. What would that be? 0.25 would be one lap around the track. 0.125 will be half a lap, which is 200 meters. So we're less than 200 meters around the track. I used to run long distance in high school. I was the only lineman from football who would run the mile, and I was always last. Not always, depended on effort, but most of the time I ended my race with a standing ovation because folks weren't used to seeing someone with my beautiful build running that far and still finishing. And it's carried with me. Now it's half marathons. We just keep pushing ahead. Check distance again. Got that tree up there. Oh man. I'm hoping I could be laser focused today. I have a whole bunch of meetings to stack. So it's gonna be just a little bit crazy. Let's check. 57 turning around. We put some bonus distance up. Nice. Halfway. Brutal. Oh, the sun's coming up. Got a nice little beacon. Big red, or orange, or pink. Depending on how that comes through. Oh man. That's so funny, man. I'm halfway. And immediately turning that around psychologically, I'm like, all right, let's walk. By the way, friends, for those of you who aren't me, okay, who haven't been training, who haven't reached your 619 or whatever the heck it is, like, please do not compare yourself, okay? I started with a different build, different challenges, and this is where I am today in the journey. Like, it is 100% okay to walk, to get to the distance, to walk, to focus on form, to walk, to maybe go farther, and to focus on breathing. Walking is super healthy. For me, I have this talk track because walking is so much more comfortable than running, especially running and talking. So often, I want to stop, I want to walk, and depending on the workout, sometimes I do, sometimes I fight it. It all depends on the day. I mean, there are plenty of points on this workout, even right now, where I'm like, what would it look like if we just walk the rest in? When will we get home? What could we do with this time differently if we weren't running? But, and here's the big but, I know that for the most part, it is both safe and within my capabilities to continue to run. It is just not within my desire. And that's the convergence of body, physical, and mindset that I desire to train and strengthen, is like doing something I don't want to do, is, in my opinion, where a lot of the magic is. Whether it's your fitness journey, being a present father, because there's aspects of parenting that are hard. Thriving in a career, like doing the work other folks aren't willing to do, doing it faster and better, or building a business. There's always going to be things in our life that are hard, that are uncomfortable, that are an inconvenience, that are boring. And as we can train the muscle of do it anyway, do it regardless of the feeling, do it well, do it fast, it just unlocks so many beautiful opportunities. So in some sense, that's why we're still running. That's why we're approaching mile 2. Well, the initial mile marker for 2. This will have us at 3 miles, which is a 5K. That's why we still live stream and chat, because it's hard to make time to connect with my lovely digital context, but it's good. It's like always finding that edge of I don't want to, but I did it. That's what has us moving. Now there is this crazy
Total distance 3 miles. Total time 35 minutes and 49 seconds. Split pace 11 minutes 35 seconds per mile.
But every time we cross a mile marker or approach one, there is always this desire of, well, hey, we've been working really hard. What if we just back off and enjoy the rest of it? It's not a helpful thought, but it's always there. Always there. Alright, so we're 3 miles into this shenanigans. So congratulations. Let's breathe. Recover. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. 7. That's 8. 9. 10. So there's a lot of things happening. A lot of discomfort. A lot of challenges. But I think we're gonna leverage those breaths. Maybe every half mile. We're 3 miles down. 2 to left. 2 left. The headspace I'm in is like, if I keep running, oh hey, there's another comment, 1 second. If I keep running, it'll take us 24 minutes to finish. We've already put in 36. Like, just keep going. If I walk it, it's 40 more minutes. Like, think about what you could do with all that extra time in your morning. It's not even 6 yet. What a great jump on the day. It's the headspace I'm in. The crazy. Hey, how's it going? So this is Ahmed. Hey, best of luck with the run. Gotta go, but we'll be back on your next time. Hey, that sounds great, friend. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. I got 2 comments today to fuel the run. I'll take it. It's a hard one today, so much appreciated, friend. Looking forward to catching you on the next one. Because we are gassed. We are so tired. And I think a lot of it is we just want to be comfy. I just want to lay on the couch. My favorite demotivation of the day, right? It's like, we don't have to be here. We could always quit. Do it anyway. Oh man, come on. Keep pushing. Keep rocking. Keep getting better. Enjoy the sun. Where's the sun? There it is. You know, some folks don't have the privilege of waking up and chasing the sunrise. So we could take a moment and enjoy it. Even if everything else sucks. Even if our abs feel cut up. Even if our left knee is crunchy. Even if we're winded. Even if we're not running with perfect form. Even if our shoulders sore from holding up this stupid camera. Even if we gotta find a mix of grit and delight. And it's how we win. It's how we get better. It's how we get stronger. That's how we break free of where we are today and push towards where we're going next. Oh, man. So, if I had to guess, we're about 3.5 miles. I mean, I can check. This might be torture. Nope, not yet. Guess wrong. But in 0.07 miles, which will fly by pretty quick, we will be at 3.5 miles, and we'll do some power breaths again. I'm just trying to keep myself from getting too winded, because it helps me prevent the excuse that we need to walk in order to breathe and talk, which isn't true. It just means we have to shut up, talk a little less, breathe a little more, and keep running. So after this running buddy passes us, we'll do our power breaths. Morning. All right, here we go. Double forceful inhale through the nose, pause, forceful exhale. Now friends, even if you're not running 5 miles and live streaming on YouTube in Chicago, you can still use this breathing pattern, like right before you have a stressful meeting, or doing a presentation, or recording a video. Gets enough oxygen going that you can speak at the right pace. So here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't feel as recovered as I want to be, but it is what it is. Let's tack on. We'll do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the goal of that is we're supposed to end with longer pauses. My inhales are still shallow. I still feel a little bit gassed. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna open things up again a little bit. We have a downhill coming up after this bump. So what I'm gonna do, even though it seems counterintuitive, I'm gonna run faster, open up my stride, just for the downhill, and then do some breaths at the bottom and walk in a slower pace. So here we go, kick it up, open it up, breathe a little harder. Let's just introduce some variety, shake it up a little bit. Change the breathing, see some deer. And then at this tree on the bend, we're gonna drop it down in the half marathon pace. 3, 2, 1. Breathe, mellow. Watch the deer. As long as it doesn't have rabies, I'm safe. Hi, buddy. Oh, breathe. Always hard. Always challenging. But it's strange because we worked harder for a little bit. But I do feel slightly less winded, and part of it's just like sometimes you gotta break out of the monotony a little bit, equalize everything, reset. Doesn't mean this last mile's easy. We're still over here begging They're like, come on, phone. Tell me we hit 4 miles so we can walk. I was like, shut up, that's a dumb idea. Tell me we hit 4 miles so we can find that grit and stay in for an extra 12 minutes of work. But then it'll be a clean 5-mile run. It'll be efficient. Only took us an hour. We'll be primed and ready for next Monday when we go 6 miles. So I can stagger up and get better. It's like, tell me it's mile 4 so I can keep going. So I can keep challenging myself. To quote Mike Tyson. Is it Mike Tyson? No, it's Muhammad Ali. Help me run till my lungs bleed. It's like, no, don't do that. We don't need any blood in our lungs. That's probably too much. We're 33, okay? Maybe run till you're out of breath. Put in a safe zone. Gotta run till my lungs bleed. Wanna run till I feel like I gotta die. No, not that far. Slightly less. Keep breathing. We're struggling. Struggle's good.
Total distance 4 miles.
Hey!
Total time 47 minutes and 28 seconds. Split pace 11 minutes 39 seconds per
Woo!
mile.
We're running quick today, man. Normally I'm right around 12-minute miles. It's 11:40. That's pretty fast for a big guy like me. Alright, so we got 1 mile. 12 more minutes. I'm looking at this live is at 47. 12 plus 47, help me out. 57, 59. So we can literally just count down to 59 minutes and we'll be done. There's another deer. It's stalking its prey. The grass. It's hunting grass right now. True predator. Grass is screaming. Like sees the deer, and then the grass stands up really straight. Looks straight ahead, freezes like a deer in headlights. Except it's grass. Where is my mind? Y'all who have been watching since the start, are like, this is a fever dream. Yeah, half motivation, half chaos. Seems about right. For 5 miles in the morning. This hill. Who put this damn hill here? Don't they know how hard I've already worked? It's still climbing, man. Gotta lean into it. Hold my core tight. Take my legs back. Keep the pace. Stay strong. Stay hard. Who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the logs? Who's gonna carry me home? I guess me. 49 minutes. Whew, that means 10 minutes left. Whew. Then all in, we'll be at 59 minutes. Oh, come on. Everything wants to stop. This one is definitely longer. It just feels, like when you're in school, way back when, and you're like, it's Friday afternoon, and you're watching the clock like, for the love of God, just hit 2:45, please. It seems like the second hand starts to move slower and slower. For some reason, friend, today's this run. I don't know if it's because I don't have much inspiration to share today. Like my brain's just kind of uncluttered and empty. I don't know if it's because chat is quiet, which is fine. Y'all are allowed to watch this while you're here. It's the internet. Do whatever you want. I don't know if it's reasons I'm sore, cardio pace, whatever. Oh, but this run has felt obnoxiously long. And friends, it's only 5 miles. Like I've done half marathons at 12.2, or was it 13.1? That's at 13.1 miles. Like, this isn't that bad relative to how I normally train. It just goes to show you, like, every single day is different. There's a different challenge you wake up to face. Different conditions are always present. So we have to figure out how to adapt, how to hold ourselves accountable, push forward through new difficulties, regardless of how we feel. Show up and do. And today, part of that condition is just this workout literally feeling unending. But we have to remember, it will end. It'll pass. We're almost there. At this point, we can start to say these things. Although we gotta be careful. We can still burn out. We could pick up our pace a bit too much and be on our butt. So let's just lock in, be steady. We see the finish line. It's way the heck out there. It's not right there. It's out there. And friends, I live stream these runs for a couple reasons. None of which is because it's easy. First of which for me. At this point it's become a personal accountability in my journey. Forces me to show up for myself, to hold up a mirror and see if I'm making choices that align with my values, that I'm continuing to get better, to care for myself, so I can run and play with my kids, get down on their level, roughhouse, be a strong, active dad, and also have mobility and strength late in life, into my 50s, 60s, 70s. Many members of my family are really big. And as they hit that window, some of them haven't hit 70. And I look at that and I was like, 70's almost halfway away from me. I'm 33. So I can't play. I gotta take it seriously. Gotta train hard, be consistent, get better, lose weight, gain strength, mobility. I don't train for aesthetics. I train for function, progress. So that's the first reason I live stream, is to just keep myself going. The second reason is for you. And it's not so you have comparison. Because if you watch some of the crap I do at this point, it might keep you on the couch. Comparison is the thief of joy. But when I go live, I always put what day I'm on. Right now we're on day 619. And I built a half marathon training program. It's buried on YouTube. But it starts at my day 0. And the goal is for folks to see where they can land as they start to make diligent, incremental progress. You learn how to eat well, how to move more, how to lift safely, and how to do it with consistency. Like, you can build a really remarkable body that takes care of you that allows you to enjoy. My hope is that as much as I whine and suffer, that y'all can pick up on a tiny hint of that energy and get up and do something. Heck, you can put your shoes on right now and just start walking. Like, just start moving, and you'll be amazed how much progress you can make. Like my half marathon training program, it just starts with people learning how to walk a 5K safely, like to prove to themselves, oh my gosh, I can walk 5 kilometers. I can walk 3.1 miles if I train, if I learn how to walk with good form, good shoes, and a good mindset. Yeah, heck yeah, you can. I think that's attainable just about anybody. So we'll see, friend. See how this all works out. Oh man. Oh man. Keep rolling. I'm tired. Let's go. Whew. Almost there. The head is empty. So are the lungs. The pace has died. Then I could see the finish. Like, hold the core. Kick the legs. Keep your form. Keep the energy. More energy. More footwork. All the means. Hakuna Matata. When I first started live streaming a long time ago, like 2020 on Twitch, I used to worry so much about saying the right thing, being entertaining, connecting perfectly. And like, I've just learned to be a human. The rest will come. So friends, I'm glad you're here. We're almost done with an 8K 5-mile run.
Total distance 5 miles.
Oh
Total time 59 minutes and 6 seconds. Split pace 11 minutes 38 seconds per mile.
Thanks. Magic voice. We're proud. Did the work. That last bit, man. Pure delusion. Oh God. Why do we do these terrible things? Let's do a couple deadlifts. We're gonna get some nice hip cracks out of this. It's gonna hurt. Alright. Get the butt back. Actually nothing. Well, that's a good sign. That means we ran with really clean form. Tuck the core, breathe. Get the form in. Be strong and courageous. Thanks, Joshua. It's also cool waking up and getting out for everybody else. There's a little bit of ego there because I give up sooner than anybody else. I was actually just listening to a really interesting comparison. I had these two CEOs side by side, and they just went through their day. One was like Jay something, he founded Stan, and then the other one is Diary of a CEO. I forgot his name, but they're going through their routines. And The first guy wakes up super early. Last dude, like, just rolls out of bed at 9. What? Like, he'll, Diary of the CEO guy, they're like, all right, what are you doing at 6 a.m.? He's like, I'm in bed. What are you doing at 7? I'm in bed. The other guy's like, up, checking emails, whatever. What are you doing at 8? I'm in bed. What are you doing at 9? Hitting the snooze alarm and looking at my phone with one eye, and then checking my loop and deciding to go back to bed. What are you doing at 10? Like, I'm finally up, getting moving. But then he does all his meetings at 11, right? Onward, all the crazy running multiple business kind of stuff from 11 until 5. I think he has his first meal or second meal. And he goes a decent stretch. And then he does all his like creative thought and deep work from like 10 o'clock at night until he passes out. Which I'm the complete inverse. I have to, if there's something creative, I have to fit that in the morning block typically. It's harder, not impossible, for me to keep going on the back end of the day. That's normally when I become a father. But it's really cool kind of hearing his whole routine and being like, you can be crazy effective regardless of when you wake up and what you do. But anyway, friends, thank you for a good one. I'm going to pop off, go be a dad. So you all keep changing the world, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.